Hey guys, welcome back to day 57 of the Curve training program. Today we're going to talk about something that we're really passionate about within our business, and it's our rep roadmap. It is proven that within any organization, if you want to be successful and stay there long term, you have to have a roadmap as to what it will look like for you. And so for us in our organization, from the very time that you come in, posted in every one of our offices, is the roadmap of how you can come in and start out in the solar world, and then also make it all the way up to where you're a VP of our business and what metrics it takes to get there. Something unique about this business is that I have never actually hired someone for a position. People always go and take that position just based on performance. So let's walk through step by step through the rep roadmap so that you understand what you need to do to get to the next level. So when you first come into the business, you start out as a junior energy consultant. Once you've hit one cap deal or once one of your deals has been submitted for permitting. And then you turn into an energy consultant once you have 3 deals that have been submitted for permitting, and you become a senior energy consultant at 10 deals that have been submitted for permitting. So what that means is that at that point, you should really know the sales process, and we consider you a veteran sales guy once you have 10 deals that have been processed through permitting. Now, the next 3 steps on our rep roadmap is where it starts to get really fun and interesting. This is where the leadership part of the job starts to take over and where we start to compensate you a little bit differently than just a sales guy. So the next step in the rep roadmap is mentor. And a mentor happens when you have 15 lifetime deals that have been submitted to CAP and 7 installs in a quarter. At that point, we consider you someone that should be able to start training other sales guys to become just like you. And so at that point, a couple things happen. One, we start to pay for some of your basic expenses. We pay $150 a month towards your cell phone bonus, but we also allow you to have setters. And setters just means that you're now able to take somebody, and hence the name of the position, mentor them to help them learn how to knock doors and to become very efficient in closing. The next step in our rep roadmap after that is the assistant district manager. At this point, you started to take on the role of recruiting, and you should have at least 3 recruits. And in order to earn the perks of the assistant district manager bonuses, you have to do 10 personal installs in a quarter, and you and your team or your downline have to do 30 installs. But once you've done that, you get all of the perks of the mentor, but you also get a $350 car bonus, and you start to make some overrides on those accounts. That's massive, because if you think about it now you have $500 worth of expenses that have been paid for by Radix. This should allow you to start taking some of that extra money each month and put it towards investments in different things, which is really the focus of our business, is helping you guys develop real wealth in your life so that you can live a life of purpose. So that really starts to take place with our district managers. The district managers are a really key part of our business because they're the ones who lead production in an area. And at that level, you have to be doing 14 installs in a quarter and also 50 accounts on your team every single quarter. And if that's happening, on top of the $350 car bonus and the $150 cell phone bonus, we also pay you $1,500 a month for just your basic living stipend. And so what that should allow you to do is to now, if you think about it, a DM should be making around $2,000 a month, which ends up being $24,000 a year of basic expenses covered by Radix. So at that point, they should be able to take that money and go put $24,000 a year into appreciating assets, which again just further shows that the purpose of our business and the focus is to help our reps really develop real wealth in their lives. And Radix is playing a key part of that, because not only are we helping them create and generate more money, but we're also starting to eliminate some expenses from the key leadership of our business. So as someone wants to progress from a DM position, the next role is really a recruiting-based role, and it's a director role. You should be spending probably 90% of your time training and recruiting, and really only about 10% of your time actually selling. So the requirements for that role are 10 personal accounts a quarter, but 75 downline accounts. And so with that, we consider those guys key leaders in our business, and we start to align that through Radix equity units and obviously a director override. Now, kind of the crowning position of the rep roadmap is going to be the vice president role. The VPs of our business are going to be those that we align ourselves with long-term to make sure that we are building the business with and right next to those guys. Now, that position requires 5 personal accounts a quarter and 150 downline accounts. At this point, these are the guys that are absolutely dominating the game in recruiting, selling, and managing high-level leaders. So hopefully this has helped you guys see that at any point in the business, whether you're just starting or whether you're recruiting and have a few guys or whether you're managing an entire group of guys, that there is another step for you to go achieve. And I would challenge you guys to go coordinate your efforts with your leaders to make sure that you're able to go hit those next positions. We want there to be a very clear path of how you guys can go generate wealth so that you can live a life of purpose. And I believe that this roadmap really does that. It aligns us with you perfectly so that you can go generate wealth for your families.